The expertise of staff of central banks, ministries of finance and economic planning, and other public sector bodies in its member countries. The two-week training has 30 participants from the sub-region. The CEG modeling is part of 300 other courses which the institute has executed since its inception, benefiting more than 11,000 personnel in the core of economic management responsibilities. For officials, training is not a new strategy for WAFM, especially as financial reforms are underway.
To see exactly how the reforms are affecting the people, how the reforms are affecting the economy at large. So it's important for us to come up with a tool that can assist professionals in the different countries to do this kind of impact analysis so that at least our leaders, our decision makers, make decisions based on informed knowledge. And so we selected CG model, which is computable general equilibrium modeling, which is a powerful instrument to do this kind of analysis.
The two-week course, according to the Director of Macroeconomic Management Department of WAFM, will cover a number of key issues such as building open economy, general equilibrium models, building social accounting matrices, modeling the labor market, formulating scenarios, and running policy simulations, among a host of issues. He, however, dilated on the complex nature of the analytical approach of the course, which deters policymakers and other analysts from directly using CGE models. Well, as the economy has proven hard to define, susceptible to ambiguities even at global scale, providing a flexible backbone tool for sustainable impact assessment is high on the agenda of these 30 participants, as Professor Ali Bayer is set to share his wealth of experience with them for the next 2 weeks. For GRTS News, I am Aji Amisise.
We'll take our first break. Stay tuned.
Internet service at the lowest price ever.
3G AfriCell brings you the most affordable 3G internet bundles ever.
Get your AfriCell Extreme 3G internet service for as low as $15 is only.
AfriCell 3G bundles starting from 50 megabytes up to 12 gigabytes.
12 gigabytes bundle for a tariff as low as 5 buttons per megabyte.
And all bundles are valid for 30 days.
AfriCell Extreme 3G service for as low as $15.
To subscribe, please dial 120 and choose from the available 3G bundles.
For more info, call 113.
AfriCell Extreme 3G service.
For as low as 5 buttons per megabyte, stay connected to AfriCell's 3G network.
AfriCell.
When we say Extreme 3G,
it is truly extreme.
Sometimes I get a good feeling.
Welcome back. The Rwandan Defense Force says its troops have shot and killed a Congolese soldier in the border town of Gisenyi. Kigali has been accused of fueling the rebellion in the Democratic Republic of Congo's North Kivu region, an accusation Kigali vehemently denies. The soldier, according to military authorities in Rwanda, was part of an elite team of Congolese reconnaissance unit that entered Rwanda illegally. We have details of that story in this report.
Gisenyi is just on the Rwandan side of the border. Rwandan army officers themselves took members of the press and foreign observers to where the Congolese soldier was shot on Rwandan territory. They said he was part of a reconnaissance commando that crossed the border illegally.
FRDC soldiers that were on reconnaissance shot and injured one of our soldiers that intervened. In the exchange of fire, the team of Rwanda Defense Forces managed to kill an FRDC soldier.
A spokesman for the Congolese army says this is not the case. The official word is that the soldiers went across the border to buy beer. The Rwandan soldiers who caught them reportedly opened fire. A regional commission will examine the incident to determine why it happened. But Rwandan officials are not backing down. They insist it was a deliberate provocation.
The Rwandan government will definitely make sure that we continue talking to the DRC government so that they stop these provocative acts and we ensure that security along our border is maintained.
For the past several weeks, border crossings between DR Congo and Rwanda have been closed at night. It is a sign of increased tension and local inhabitants are paying the price. DR Congo is accusing Rwanda of being a base for M23 rebels. Several international organizations say the same thing, but Rwanda says it is not the case.
The New Jersey shoreline saw some of the worst damage from Hurricane Sandy. Whole towns are buried under sand and debris, and many are wondering whether it will ever be what it was. CNN's Jim Clancy is there.
Its boardwalk once stretched more than a mile along a picture-perfect shoreline. Now the town of Belmar, New Jersey is digging out, drying out, and pouring out thanks to the people who were there and are still helping recovery efforts. The hurricane drove sand and floodwaters deep into the heart of this town. Massive pumps were brought in to drain a pair of lakes that are part of the local topography. After just a few days, the all-out pumping effort had already drained the lake several feet and given homeowners access to their neighborhoods again. But the boardwalk was swept away, and Belmar's mayor and his wife walked Ocean Avenue Sunday, wondering how he would be able to bring this small city back.
Soon people are going to come back to their homes, and they're going to see them devastated, and they're going to cry, and we're going to have to hug them. But at the same time, we're going to rebuild. So right now we're in a recovery, rebuild, and then reconstruct method. We're going to reconstruct the homes, and we're going to reconstruct the boardwalk you see right here. It's our goal to have this boardwalk reconstructed and ready for summer visitors by Memorial Day weekend of this coming year.
Where did the original boardwalk go? Well, the honest answer is all over town. There's a section of it right there in somebody's backyard. The force of the waves just ripped it out, and the locals say they're going to recycle that wood and give it back to the city because it's still good. It hit the support beam here and almost brought down the upper story of this house. But you guessed it, this is a piece of the boardwalk that's holding it up. As one of the locals put it this Sabbath, the boardwalk taketh away and the boardwalk giveth. Across town, the Church of St. Rose was packed with people who came to honor their police, firefighters, the National Guard, all of them at a special mass celebrated by the Catholic bishop. The first responders were in the choir loft, so if a call came in, they would be able to make a quick exit without disrupting the standing room only crowd.
It's been an unbelievable experience for me. This week in the Catholic Church we celebrated the Feast of All Saints, and I've met a lot of saints living in this area right now who've done so much to help one another and really embrace one another at a very difficult time.
Everybody in Belmar worked very, very hard. We've all been helping out all week long. People are working tirelessly hours, and it's just amazing, amazing what is going on in this town.
Can I get some macaroni for one of the volunteers?
In neighborhoods like this one, a relief station where residents can get a hot meal, water and warm clothes, even firewood as temperatures grow colder with each night and the power is still cut off. There was non-stop recovery work going on in Belmar Sunday. Now that the water has receded, the rubble is being cleared away. There was also a time to reflect, and some even took a brief respite from what has probably been the most difficult week of their lives. The people of this small town are pulling together, and together they're convinced we're going to make it. Jim Clancy, CNN, Belmar, New Jersey.
And before we go, a reminder of our headlines. President Jammeh has presided over the swearing-in ceremony of 2 new cabinet ministers, calling on Gambians to make more concerted effort in the drive to propel the country's development agenda. Former Gambian footballer Dudu Lum has discussed football-related developments with the Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Aja Dr. Esotunya Sedi, at the State House. The Rwandan Defense Force has confirmed the killing of a member of a DR Congo reconnaissance team that strayed into the frontier town of Gisenyi. And China's Communist Party is set for the 18th National Congress to choose the next leader in the world's second largest economy. That brings us to the end of the news. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned and enjoy a range of interesting programs.